Hello, Nigerians. It's been a while. I believe you must have seen this face before on political analyst, and most time on Flip TV, Cuff TV, and the rest, where we talk about the situation of the country. Let me still ask this question again. Do you still remember the face after the election and after the swearing in of Mr. President? I say, I'm happy, I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm celebrating. You remember? It's me. I said, Mr. President has nothing at that time, absolutely nothing to offer this country in terms of easing the problem of the nation. Some people think I'm talking out of hatred. No, 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 no. I foresee it coming. I am somebody I know in my own little way. I discuss about Nigeria seriously. It's my country. I love my country so very much. I love Nigeria so much. I have never, ever prayed to see a division in Nigeria. And I have never bring that into my thinking, into my mind. No, not for once. Do you know why? The best ever business I've ever done in my life that went successfully without being betrayed was between me and an Igbo man. And I still celebrate the man. Wherever he is also celebrating me as a Yoruba man. He's not celebrating me as a Muslim. I'm not celebrating him as a Christian. We're celebrating ourselves as Nigerians, as human. I said, Mr. President is outdated. In everything he's saying, it's deceitful. There was one interview I granted. At that time, I was told in that interview that possibility of Nigeria, naira to dollar, will become 125,000 or 125 naira as against $1. Chigozie, he was the anchor of the program of Copway TV. I said, I will be waiting. By the time it comes to realistic, that very day, I'll pack all my tents and go with Mr. President. Starting from the cabinets of Mr. President, tell me who is fixed in a position that is a worthy position that he's supposed to be. I stated this when all this thing was coming up. Nigerians did not listen to me. Before he was being elected, I shouted, I called, I talk. Nigerians turned their deaf ear into it. I'm not a politician, and I don't grow up to be one. When I was in the north, I only read, see, listen to things about politics. But when I get to Lagos, 2002, I was made to understand that if I really want to survive in Lagos, I just have to join politics. I joined politics reluctantly. I joined politics reluctantly because I am into production then. That I will be able to produce my chalk, supply schools, and do what I do. In the course of attending different type of meetings, I discovered Mr. President to be so deceitful. He is Mr. Fix-It. He's a dictator who will just dictate for you. Dictatorship. What he wants to do, he will do. If he seek for an advice, he wants you to sit down, let us discuss. We will sit down and discuss. But what he wants to do will be final. For those who have served him or are still serving him, we'll be able to testify this in what I'm saying. Nigerians, where are we going? Where are we going? We're living a fake life, a deceitful life, selfish life. You see labor in the name of protecting just for the welfare of workers. That was an interview I granted Cop TV. I said it in that interview when they were asking me, what do you think about the laborers? I said, who are the labor leaders? Tell me the type of cars they are using before they go for the meeting. At the end of the meeting, what is the type of car they will be using? I stated it. Now they are discussing of minimum wage, talking of 60,000 and above. Even me as a layman, what will 60,000 do for me in a week? Not to talk of a month. Now you now come and talk of their transportation. Their welfare is not being talked about at all. What becomes of their family is not there. I was watching something on the line, on the internet. I was so amazing. Is this the same Nigeria that we know from behind, where people celebrate themselves, where we celebrate ourselves, where there is scholarship here and there, on merit, not on the son of this, the daughter of this. Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. Well, I'm not disappointed because something I know. I knew it already. It is only for those who don't know, that believe, that see you as Messiah. The question I ask is, has he not been part of the government from the beginning to date, to when he was made the president? What does he want to lament on now? I really thank Nigerians for their perseverance. So resilient. I thank Nigerians for their perseverance and resilience. We are in trouble in this country. We are very, very much in trouble in this country. I was in my country home in Ogbomoso, sometimes 3, 4, or yes, thereabout, about 4 weeks ago. I was in the palace, but I have an appointment with the Shon of Ogbomoso. I was waiting. Some people came in, crying before the king, before the Shon. What is their problem? Fulani, who has been living with them, has one of their sons has been killed in the daylight, not been kidnapped. Daylight. At the end of the day, they took it to police, issue of police, blah, blah, blah. They released the guy. He's walking on the street. They now come and complain to the Shon of Ogbomoso, their predicament, that they are afraid if care is not taken to be worse than this. Somebody who is also very close to me, who is also close to the Shon of Ogbomoso land, they come from the same family. He's a forestry officer. He was being attacked. He was being kidnapped, attacked. They firstly kidnapped him. The next thing they did was to kill him because of ransom. Mr. President, where is that security you promised us? Elo Fokambale. Is that not what you told us? Wasiu Ayinde, when they say fuel is going to become 250 naira or so, or 500 naira then, I don't know the price. The only thing I just pray for Almighty Allah to Bless me. Anytime I need to buy, I should be able to walk in there and buy. If I don't have it, I park my car. Until the day I have what it takes. What happened? In a gathering, he said, don't mind them if they like, they can turn fuel to 500 naira per liter. Hello for Kanabale. Hello for Kanabale. We know what. Wasiu Ayinde was singing, drumming. I should go and have peace of mind to calm down. Some people are wearing that chain, sign of cap, because they don't want to waste their money. They are not wearing it for loyalty. Mr. President, they are not, if you see it on somebody's head, they are not doing it proudly. They are not doing it proudly. They are doing it out of, look, it is my money. I can't just throw it away. It is not out of loyalty. It is not out of belief and trust they have in this government. Nigeria, where do we go from here? Oh my God. It's so disheartening. Very, 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 very disheartening. Lawlessness. We live in a lawlessness life. Above the law. Immunity. The poor man, the masses, have nowhere to run to. Even the judiciary, compromise. The security, compromise. I learned a lesson from my country home, where you see an imposter now become second in command in the land. He walks into the police station and tell them, I want this, and they will follow him. They will assign because of the money. For the first time, I'm seeing a Muslim man stopping a Muslim man from praying. That you should not go and pray somewhere. And police are compromising. They drop the constitution because they're doing it for money. I'm seeing it for the first time here in Nigeria, in my country home. Where an imposter is being guided by the police. If you don't want them to disturb you, go to the court. Go and take injunction on them. Then you'll be dragging with them here and there. Anytime you come to you, just tell us, we just pick a police to come and pick them. That agreement is there. Then he go to the social media and bully everybody anyhow. Because he has all what it takes. And the most funniest thing are those who have served this country. That we thought they are doing it for with honesty. And they bring back to the society what they've gained from the government. Rather than that, they are compromising. Or they are supporting the wrongdoers. Where do we go from here? I will bring a little example from what I'm passing through in my country home. That's what is going on in this country. You want to be vocal, you are in trouble. You are only living by the grace of God. Yes. People like us, they are living by the grace of God. If not, we are not surprised that any bullet can take off from somewhere. The good thing is that we are gone. We will not have time for all these razzmatazz of the problem on the land. And the man who must have done this will not carry it over his own shoulder for taking somebody's life. Though it means nothing to you people. Because you just want to keep somebody short. Mr. President, I said it and I've been giving that advice for long. Don't say just talk and talk and talk. We don't know what it means. Start something from the grassroots. Start something from the masses. Even the corn you campaign with, that you provide Nigerians with corn. We have never seen the farmland, not to talk of being planted, that we are waiting for it. It's not there. For how long will you go with your palliatives? Dangote will give palliative. This one will give. For how long will you go on with palliative? That after everybody must have finished eating the palliative, they cannot afford to buy it in the market. How much is 1,000 naira now in the public? Less than 20 naira of yesteryears that you want to spend. The chief imam of my area was giving a sermon. He said he prefer making transfer. If he has money to want to buy something, he prefer making transfer to go and collect that thing, because to hold that cash, when you are able to bring out 20,000 naira that you want to buy something for your household, and at the end of the day they put it in a very small leather bag, it's so disheartening. Mr. President, Nigerians has been suffering from behind, but within this 1 year that we are there, is more than what Nigeria has been suffering from behind. If anybody should tell you that everything is okay, yes, it's okay because you have the money. It's okay because you are heartless. Because you are not doing anything to the generality of the poor men. You are not doing it for the generality of the masses. You need to do something. What are you really doing? Orientate us, let us know. All these ministries, minister of this, minister, what are they really doing? I keep saying something. Not until we go back to our basics. I'm not talking of the national anthem. The words in the former the old national anthem and the new one, they all stand to be used. It's useful for somebody who knows the rhythms and knows the meaning, and he take it into his or her own skull. If you feel the old national anthem is our problem and you bring it back, are you not part of the old national anthem? What is the lesson in the old national anthem that we can see in you now? What is so harmful in the new national anthem that you don't want, that has been the problem of this nation? Distractor. You are a distractor, distracting Nigerian. A very big distracting. I told you people, I say so deceitful. I never stop saying it. Every day they will bring in everything that will bring your attention. You move there. Your attention, now our attention is on national anthem now. You start learning how to recite the national anthem. You remember during the time of Buhari Shagari, what do you call it? Buhari Diagma, that commonly, ordinarily, as a commissioner or anything, any time they go for any meeting or anything, the first thing you do in your office in the morning is the national anthem. That was the old one. Let us try it and see, even the new one. Give every senator microphone to hold like this live. If it's going to take us the whole day or 2 days or 1 week for them to recite the national anthem, to see the numbers of those who cannot even recite the new national anthem in the Senate. Oh, they know how to say the old one. Let them say the old one, let us see it. They are all opportunists. They are all opportunists who just feel life of human is nothing to them. They got allowances here and there. You get this allowance for this, allowance for this, allowance for this, not minding the people they are getting from them. Wike is fighting his governor there. Big money in millions. The money they need to use to empower their people. They're using it. The governor is fighting the Wike. Wike is fighting the governor. It's happening in Kano. This is the emir. We remove him. We want this one back. No, we don't want him. Go and write petition. The police are not benefiting from it. You move out. No, it is not this one that will move out. No, it is this one that will move out. Don't know where to go. Why? Why? Nigerians. But mostly, Mr. President, a land without law, a lawless land is barbarian life. They're all barbarians. Super barbaric. Once you just have that money, you have the law. Once you have the money, it happens to me. I took somebody to a property. He went, we went to hold a meeting. He went behind me. He paid for the property because he's not ready to pay for my agency. My second that we did, one of the person that we did the deal with, it's not late. The moment he was able to present himself in the court that I am with Tinubu, I work with Tinubu, I do some contracts with them, I've been with them, even Aregbeshola, I've been doing something with Aregbeshola. The moment the judge just gets shocked on where she's sitting down. The next thing was to throw away our case. That's how we lost out from our peanut of 5%. Just 5%. Just 5% of 60 million naira. We hire a lawyer. We still paid for it. And he never denied us taking him to where he hold a meeting. They end up bringing their own kind of a law. The shock is one of those things that hits my colleague. How can life be like this? He died. His wife is there with the child. And the guy was celebrating it. Still celebrating it because he bought land everywhere. They are in Tinubu's camp. That's not where we are going. We still have a long way to go. Tinubu is not the only type. We have his likes who are much there than you can ever think of. How do we get out of this mess? Do we need to go apart? You come to know in the next edition. Thank you for watching.